We had 10 youth that fished. Some of the youth caught the biggest fish of the day, which is pretty great for them. Everyone had a great time. Fishing was a little rough. The weather cooperated, but the bite was a little tough, so people had to really work for it. But we came back to Fens. We had a wonderful buffet. We had close to 100 people here celebrating our efforts, celebrating the club and our community. We had the Larson family come back. They joined us. Rory was here, which was the beneficiary of our efforts. And we were able to raise, as a club and a community, $11,300 for Rory and her family. Yeah, that is, it's incredible. It speaks to the heart of just people, and Rory's grandmother shared that, why her, why them? And it came down to compassion. They're a family that we knew was in need. Lori said it great in a post she made today. I mean, they are a family in need who were not asking for help. But when you see a need and you're able to meet it, there is no better feeling than that. And that really was what that effort was about. We were grateful to all the members that participated. We had huge support from the community with businesses, some that aren't truly local to us, some that live in the Panhandle and stepped up and became sponsors to help this family. So it was, for me, just a life-changing kind of event to see how everything just kept falling into place, and sometimes I would think that's by chance, but we knew that it wasn't. Lori and I and the family and others, we prayed over this event, every step of it, and everything just we just got a yes to everything that we prayed for, including the weather, which looked incredibly iffy on Thursday. It changed, and it was able to be just a really beautiful time. They are incredibly grateful, so I've been in contact with them in the days since, and they don't even have words to say how incredibly blessed they have been by this community and this club. And so on behalf of that family, they really do appreciate everything that got poured into that event. So that's an incredible amount of money for a small local fishing club to raise for people, so everyone should be super proud of themselves, and I'm very proud of all of you that participated. And then the only really announcements we have tonight are that
West End Boats.
Tonight we have Joe. Next month we're going to have Travis Yackel. I think I say that a little. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yackel. He's going to be talking about. Do we know?
Inshore fishing.
Inshore fishing. And then December, we're just going to have a party. We're going to have a Florida Christmas party. We're going to dress up in our fun Hawaiian gear, our kind of crazy, non-traditional. Yes, we're going to have a Christmas luau, as Mandy's demonstrating. She probably. So break out your grass skirts and your coconut bras and all that. Good job, JB. I know you've got one in your closet somewhere. So, yeah. So those are our upcoming events. We're really excited about them. We're going to be doing a toy drive as part of that event in December. We're going to have another chance to impact this community, and we hope that you'll join us in doing that. Real quick, I want to have Chris Molinaro from West End Boats come up because Lori told me I had to, and you're mad at her now because she...
Come on, dude, you got this.
Chris has the boat out in the parking lot from West End Boat Works. He's just going to tell you a little bit about how you can contact them, what they've got going on, and just a little bit about their business.
Hey guys, thanks for showing up tonight.
Absolutely.
You got Amarillo? Thanks guys for showing up. She's good. I'm Chris with West End Boats. We build custom boats for fishing guides and people that love to be on the water. So if you guys are in the market or know somebody that is, come check out our boats and see why we're different. We take pride in what we do, and we love building boats for our customers and give them a reason to switch over to us. So come check out all the cool things we have to offer and why we're growing and upcoming in the community.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chris. And Chris and West End Boat Works are one of our Redfish sponsors, and so we appreciate their support of the club and for pitching in to help make sure we all keep having to have awesome events and awesome meetings. And that's kind of all I have, so I guess it is time for you, Joe, to come up here and share all your knowledge.
Thanks for being here, Joe.
Yes, thank you, Joe.
You've got bit.
Yeah, there is. Just be careful. None of you are going to get a chance. Holy cow, this is complicated.
Just hold it up close. You're
Got
trying
a
to.
question. Can everybody hear me?
What?
Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm not good with microphones. Anyway, I'm Joe. It's nice to meet all of you. I primarily commercial fish now, but I will try to give you some information. I've done seminars for Bass Pro for years, and I got my master's license, which, you know, I found out quickly that's not how to learn how to drive a boat or, you know, pilot anything. But it got me the things I needed so I could do the things I wanted. And with that being said, one of my passions in life is to share the knowledge that I've gained, because people have helped me to catch fish, and I was really bad at first. So hopefully I'm going to talk about Kingfish a little bit. How many of you guys here are like pro Kingfishermen? Okay, all right, we got
Not
a
me.
couple. Okay, well, you guys, you don't have to listen. There's a beautiful sunset. We're in good shape. So to start with, I'll talk a little bit about Kingfish. We get excited about this time of year because they're migrating to the south. They're going to go through here when the water temperatures get a little below 78 to about 72, 74, 76 is perfect. Hopefully on the King of the Beach, which I'm sure many of you will enter, it's going to be 74, 75 degrees. Bonita jumping, you know, the birds are there. We're going to have a great time. Some baits that you can use off the top of my head would be scaled sardines, cigar minnows, blue runners are a favorite. You can use some frozen baits too. If they'll work. Kingfish eat. They like to eat, and they're hungry because they're moving. So don't believe it's like a magical fish, because if I can catch it, all of you guys can catch it too. But I'll give you a couple ideas on how to catch them, so that when you go out there, you'll have a little fun with it. If one of the easiest ways, I don't hook anybody, is trolling. And if you want to be expensive about the trolling, and these will catch fish, these DTX minnows, they're pretty fabulous. This is like, I think this one runs 6 to 8 feet.
Oh, dude, you're killing me.
But it's an expensive, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Right. I'll stay up here, but I'm used to walking around. I'm handcuffed. Anyway, this one runs about 6 to 8 feet, which is about perfect. It's a bonita color, it's great. Caught a lot of kingfish on this, but it's an expensive way to do business. And you guys familiar with drone spoons?
Yep.
Okay, let me show you a drone spoon. And I'll show you how to fish those too. One of the things about all these is you want to go slow. As slow as you can go, it will help you catch fish. You can start off at one speed, pick it up a little bit. But this is a real big drone spoon. And I kind of brought this along because you can see it. And on this, I've got a planer. You guys know how planers work.
Yep.
If you fish in the bay, you want to know how to use a planer, because you can catch a lot of grouper with this rig too. So you put these on a heavy leader. You don't need wire. And you have your snap swivel. It attaches here. And basically how this runs, it causes your bait to go down. And when you get a bite, it goes flat, so this planer's not in the way. And you can take these baits down, depending on the size of the planer, all the way down to the bottom in the bay here. But, you know, just these small ones is perfect for a drone spoon for kingfish. You can also fish them without it, but I think you need a little something, maybe a this, or if you want to go real easy. Oh, I got tied on to something too. It's my stuff, so it's always a mess. But anyway, here's a smaller drone spoon. This is a trolling weight. Super easy way to catch kingfish. In fact, this is probably the easiest way to catch kingfish and Spanish mackerel that you ever come up with. Just tie it on, go slow, have your drag set really low, and they'll hit this. If you lose it, these are $5.98 at Walmart. You know, have a couple of them in your box. You have a good time. You can take your kids out. You can take your friends in from Ohio out and catch a lot of fish. And kingfish on day one when you catch them are fabulous to eat. If you smoke them and make spread, they're fabulous to eat. Don't freeze them without smoking them. Just a tip. You can do whatever you want, but you know, some things I know about.
What size leader is that?
This is really heavy right now. I kind of tied it on just because, but I would, actually this probably would be okay. If you're not going to use a wire leader, like, I am going to step on this, sorry. I got a wire leader on here, and you could put a wire leader on these, or you could just use like a 100-pound test, and you should be good, especially, you know, with trolling lures. They usually don't sky on them and cut your leader or anything. But I got wire on here because these also are very good at catching wahoo. A little further out though. The other way to catch them is you can use a lighter rig. You can troll live baits like blue runners, cigar minnows, and you can use a bait runner. Does anybody here not know what a bait runner is? It's okay if you don't. I didn't for years. Okay, well, okay. Here's how it works. I don't have an assistant because she's eating. You flip this, and what happens is it puts it in the free spool. So your kingfish grabs your bait. You're wrapped on it. Oh. And he just takes off. Doesn't feel anything. Sorry.
It's all right.
And all you gotta do is pick up the rod. Pick up the rod. Don't put any tension on it. I usually point the rod at the fish, and all you do is turn the reel. It engages your reel, and you just start winding. So if you're going to start kingfishing or doing a lot of things where you're going to leave a bait in the holder, you got to have some kind of bait runner. This is a Thunis. They make bait runners. They make other models, but these things are fabulous. I've caught sailfish in the Gulf, all sorts of things, just leaving one of these with a frozen sardine on it. So I love doing this because I can't remember which guy won the King of the Beach, but he said that he was anchored at a channel on the up by the bridge, Skyway, and all he did was drink beer, chum a little bit, had one of these out, and that's how he got it. So it's as easy as that, and amateurs win like the King of the Beach all the time. But I can tell you this, kingfish are a fun fish. They run really fast, they're exciting, they're pelagics, and it's a whole lot different than bottom fishing. So for me, doing the commercial fishing, it's really exciting for me too. And I really love putting one of these out. And like I said, a live bait or frozen sardine will work great. Now there's a couple rigs you can use on here. The one I happen to have on here right now is, I bought it a pack of like 6 for $2.49 at Walmart. Okay, it's just a thin wire with a 3 to 5/0 hook, and these work just fine. Change it if you catch a fish, because they're good for about 1 fish. The other method is when you could use one of the rigs that have in a wire, and it'll say Kingfish rig on it. And I've got some here, but I don't want to open them up because I won't get them back in and they'll hook somebody. The other thing is you can also just use a straight line to a J hook, long shank J hook, or you can put 2 of them together and put your bait on here. But here's the secret. You want to put your bait on the last hook and leave this one open, and it acts a little bit like a leader, like a wire leader, and you'll catch a lot of fish this way. And in these 2 methods with the long shank and that, you might get cut off, but if you're offshore, you'll still catch tuna, which everybody wants to catch tuna. So it's a lighter presentation, and you know, if you go light, you get the bite. You might lose the fish, but you'll get the bite. So keep that in mind. King of the Beach, you'd want to fish a little heavier until you aren't getting any bites. All right. I think I went through the methods quickly. Are there things you guys want to know about kingfishing? About the micro? Go ahead.
It's a ribbon fish, and people fish those around here.
Yeah, that's here we get it as a frozen bait, and they'll usually use a 3-hook rig. They're about this long, and they literally look like they got kind of teeth, and they're long. Captain Lynn was the first guy I've seen use one of those, and they're very effective. You just slow troll them at about 4 miles an hour on a trolling rig behind the boat. If you're tournament fishing, you want to set your drag, sounds crazy, between 5 and let's say 10 pounds. And the tournament fishermen go very light. They don't want the fish to pull off and pull out of their mouth. And anybody who's Spanish or king mackerel know their mouths, if you put too much on them, they'll pull out. But ribbon fish are a great bait, but they're frozen and dead. You got to give them movement. So a real slow troll, let's say you're in the boat, it's almost like drifting. You just kick it in, kick it out. And same if you're going to use a live blue runner or any other big bait that a kingfish would go for. Very good technique. I'd say 75% of the guys who fish the king will be doing that type of trolling with a live bait, usually blue runners, but some of them will buy those ribbon fish and they work really good. Expensive though, so I'm kind of cheap, which you'll figure out in a little bit. But anyway, with that being said, some other questions about kingfishing. Go ahead.
Depth of water, kind of.
Depth of water, it's going to sound crazy, but probably 30 to 120 feet. There's something called the blue-green line that a lot of guys like to fish, and that's where your darker green water meets the blue water, 60 to 90 feet. And they work that line because they say kingfish run that line to eat bait. And, you know, a lot of pros do that. I kind of want either a funnel point, like, a point of land coming off, or a channel, or some structure that might slow them up where they'll take a break. I like to work over those things, but that's, one of your options. So during the migration, you can catch them right off the beach, literally within sight of the beach, like from here to the other side of the canal here. So don't be afraid if you got a single engine to go out front, but they're also in the bay. And I've talked to the president of Old Salt. He has told me that most of the kingfish that have won have been caught in the bay. So that gives all you guys some excitement and opportunity there, especially if it's rough, if you want to just go out here. So I highly recommend it. It's a blast. I mean, they'll sky on your bait, meaning they come out of the water after it when you got a flat line out. A lot of times you'll get screaming runs, especially with a big one. So I hope all of you try it. And that's how you find out how to actually really get down to do it. But are there other questions? Go ahead. Yes, sir. Are you talking about a leader or?
No, so you get to a point where you got a hand line with a planer.
You do. Well, it's after the planer. Actually, you bring the planer up to here, and then you hand line the fish. I don't think there's any other option really. I like to use 10 to 15 feet. It's not a big deal, but you guys really learn how to use a planer because you can use a curly tail behind one in the bay here and catch great gag groupers. So if you get to like using a number 4 out here, you can, catch your grouper, use the smallest one you can find for kingfish, but you are going to have to, when that planer gets to here, you're going to have to hand line that fish. Okay? It's not a big deal. Just, take it easy with them and get them to the boat. Other questions on kingfishing? Go ahead.
A lot of times when it's fishing on the East Coast, you can see like during the commercial guys out there.
Yeah.
A lot of them seem like they're using a drone, and when they weren't actually catching, it seemed like they were almost always pulling the slip with some water. Does that help? Or is that just the guys I happen to see?
A lot of them use these little red, like almost straw baits they look like. And they do put some movement into them, if that's what you're talking about. And they do hand line them in.
It looked like they were using like the drone type things like they were showing.
Oh,
But
the spoons, yeah, they'll use those too. Yeah, those work really good. I thought you were talking in the air drones. But yeah, the drone spoons work really good. Any kind of spoon, any kind of flash. They look for something exciting to hit. And you don't have to, they're not like Wahoo where you want to go really fast. You just want to have it out there flashing enough and they'll come and eat it. And those guys, I mean, they'll catch 2,000-3,000 pounds in a day. So that gives you an idea of the opportunity when they're migrating that you guys would have to catch your limit and have some fun. Other questions? Go ahead.
Yeah, so on the leader, do you prefer wire or do you prefer mono? And if mono, what pound? I think I heard 100.
I'll use like 100 on a drone spoon, a big one. I might go down, but wire gets kinked. I mean, if I get cut off on a drone spoon, it's $5.98. I tie another one on. If I was fishing a tournament, I'm probably not going to troll a drone spoon. I'm going to use a live bait, and I'm either going to anchor up and chum. That's another nice thing is if you anchor up, throw like glass minnows out or really small chunks, just like you were tarpon fishing, just a little handful at a time. So you create that nice long chum slip. I guess they know me here. Anyway, do not throw clumps of it out. You'll take fish away. But those nice little bits at a time, it'll work out great.
About locations.
Locations. Okay, go ahead.
Chumming while you're trolling, or
That's if I was anchored. Thank you. If I was anchored.
like you're anchored?
Yeah, I won't. If I'm trolling. Yeah, I like to anchor a lot. I don't know why. I seem to be able to bring them in better than. You got to remember, they're moving, they're migrating, and if I'm in their path and I got a nice long chum line out, they're going to turn around and come to me. I've sat there. I've had buddies who wouldn't believe me. We'd go out to a wreck. I'd start chumming, nothing for 20 minutes, and then it'd be bam, 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 bam. So with a fish like that, just a lot like redfish, you know, redfish are always moving too, you know, to equate to people inshore fishing. And sometimes you don't have to see the redfish, but you got to be where the redfish are going to go. And if you got a piece of mullet out or whatever you're using, a chunk of this, a crab, they'll find it because they make a living finding it. And the same with kingfish. They'll come to you if you want to anchor in chum and have some baits out. And it's a lot of fun because it's casual. And like when you're trolling, man, you got current, you got wind, you got, you know, am I going the right speed? But if I was trolling up here, I would be on the channel edges because those kingfish can drop down and take a break, you know, while the current goes over the ledge, come up to eat. You know, it's always look for a little structure if you can find it, or some kind of a narrowing, like a point of land, and you know that might cause them to come in and go out while the other ones are coming down, and you know you get more fish in that area that's been funneled. Anything else on kingfish?
Locations.
Location.
Yeah, numbers.
You know what? Here's the thing. I
General
can't give you
area.
numbers on kingfish, really.
General areas.
General areas, I would look for reefs. I would look for funnel points where points are coming off the beach. That blue-green line, you know, you got to find out where it is the week before because it does move back and forth. You control that. The thing is, most of the time when we're kingfishing for tournaments, we got rough water. It's hard to even make that out. So traditional places around here would be in the bay along the channels, out Egmont Reef, along the channels going out, great areas. I mean, you don't have to go far here to catch some really nice kingfish, and you'll get a lot of Spanish while you're doing it, and you can have a lot of fun. Anything else? I'm going to, go ahead. How do I smoke? Well, they're kind of hard to light when they're wet.
Nice.
Sorry, old joke. What I do is I brine them first with a mixture of, I brine them, I put them in a sauce. I use a little Red Hot. I'll use a bunch of spices like garlic powder. Man, I gotta think. Garlic powder's a big one, but brown sugar is important. Hot sauce is important. The brown sugar actually does the brine. But you know, you kind of come up with your own spices. You can use Old Bay, you know, different ones. I've actually got second in the Old Salt fish spread competition. I'm not going to give you my recipe. But about an hour and a half is all you need, and you can freeze the kingfish in like 1 pound blocks, and then take it out and make your fish spread at a later date. If you try to freeze your kingfish without smoking it, preserving it, it's ruined. So I'll think about it and give you a little better idea on the spices. I fillet them. If I was going to cook some at home, I would steak them because day one a kingfish is very good. So you'll probably enjoy it. I do. I like it. It kind of reminds me of beach pompano if you cook it on day one. So that's entirely up to you. Anything else? Lori, where are we at on time? A little more or not? Okay. I'm just going to go through some tools. I was going to show you how to de-hook and different things, but I'm going to just, it's hard to get everything in on these events here, but anybody know what this is? Anybody seen one before? It's a bottle cap on a stick.
Skin holder.
You got it.
Pass
Get
them
the
on
first
down.
one.
Oh, I get it. Keep it. Awesome.
I made these. Basically, use it. You hold. Once you take the fillet off, you hold the tail of it, and then you can take the rest of the fillet off and skin it. It's kind of a. It's very easy to make. It's a lot of. It works really, really well. And these heads, I highly recommend you replace them as often as you can. Meaning, drink a lot of beer. And she's going to pass them out. I hope I got enough for everybody. If somebody doesn't clean fish, don't take one. But once you try using this, you'll be like, that's easy. It's much easier than trying to, cut a hole through the skin and hold it and that. But they're really easy to make, and there's no patent on them that I know of. So enjoy.
This is like Guinness here.
I will show you this since I took the time
Yeah, they're much
to make these real quick. Any of you guys ever have trouble getting fish off? Anybody? Okay, perfect. Okay, this is my fish. I don't know if you see the eye and the fins I drew on there, but there's a couple different tools you can use, and I'll show you real quick. This tool's really great. Have you ever seen these? It's little hooks.
Yeah.
With these, what I like about them is you can run it down the line blindly and get to the bottom of the hook, and then you just lift up and off comes the fish. So these are great if there's a hook stuffed down inside the fish. If you're going to use a pliers or something, you always got to hold the fish and you're digging in there, doing this stuff. So I've come to where I like those, and
It's over this way, I think, is the one you're looking for, the gripper.
yes, thank you. Good thing somebody knows what's going on here. Just move the beer.
I drink beer too, so I got it.
Yeah.